And a pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you here just to the northeast of Houston in Porter for tonight's regular season finale between the Huntsville Lady Hornets and the Porter Lady Spartans on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. As we welcome you into the Bill Fick Ford countdown to first pitch. My name's Carlos Zimmermann. Alongside of me is my good friend and broadcast partner Luke Scott, getting ready for this regular season finale. Luke, Huntsville already kind of knows where they're going to be at in terms of the long game of things, but still one game left to be played after clinching a district title for the fourth straight year on Tuesday night against Dayton, a critical 4-1 victory. It looked a little hairy early on, but then the Lady Hornets were able to lock in when it mattered most, but Huntsville still trying to end the season on a high note against the one team that has put a blemish on their district record, that being Porter.
That's right, and while the standings might be done for Huntsville, it's definitely not done here for Porter. They're fighting for their playoff lives here tonight. They're in a tough battle in the 4 and 5 spot in the district. If they win tonight, that could force a play-in game for that 4th seed and for our district in the playoffs. But if they lose, season's over. So a huge game involving them, and just another game here for Huntsville, possibly just a tune-up for the playoffs, try to give everyone a little bit of playing time, hopefully, and take care of business here. But, yeah, it's a huge game, and a lot of eyes are on this one to see if Porter can stretch this one out or if Huntsville can close out the district 9-1 like always.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to think Huntsville, of course, trying to have their best district record since the 2022 season where they went undefeated in District 16-5A last year, being 8-2, and one of those losses came right here in Porter. A tough 1-0 loss in the middle part of district play last year that ended a 24-game winning streak in district play for the Lady Hornets. So they're already coming into tonight with a bad taste in their mouth, coming to a place that has bit them in the butt before.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about there are teams there that just don't play well in certain locations. I know one, for myself in tennis, I could not play in Belton. There's something about those courts and something about I guess the location, I don't know. But sometimes you just have these mental blocks in certain places that you just can't get over. I would assume Huntsville we're going to find our way tonight. But it's definitely been tough, and history shows that this is never an easy game. Last time out, a long time and extra innings, and Porter got it done. And last year, here, another blemish. So definitely some bad blood still and a little bit of revenge in our minds and Lady Hornets. Something they're going to have to get over tonight and possibly, win this one here. But, you can't put too much stock in this game because I believe Huntsville, we're going to throw some different lineups here and there. I'm sure you'll see some subs in different spots throughout the whole game. So, yeah, it's intriguing just to see kind of what the, head coach Morgan Bryan does. And it's interesting to see what Porter does because they've switched it up throughout the year as well.
Absolutely, they have. And like Luke alluded to earlier, they are playing for their playoff lives tonight. I mean, you look at the district standings. Kingwood Park currently sits at 5-4. They are in the driver's seat for the 3 seed, a win, and they are in as the 3 seed. A Dayton win against Kingwood Park puts them in a tie for that 3rd position. And now you got to think about this too. If Porter somehow upsets Huntsville tonight, that puts them in the 3-way tie for 3rd. So there's so many different scenarios. But if you are a Huntsville Hornet fan, this is how you would project things to go this evening. You have Kingwood Park defeat Dayton. End all be all. That's all said and done. You beat Porter tonight. You force Dayton and Porter into a play-in game early next week before the playoffs begin and put them kind of in a little tough spot because you remember what Dayton did a year ago when they went on that hot run. And if you just look at things on paper, Dayton has a decent shot against Porter, even though Porter swept them during the regular season. So many things to document throughout this ballgame, and that's what the end of these seasons is all about. I mean, it's not just here in District 16-5A. It's in District 15-5A. Yeah. It's in District 13-5A. All the other districts that can affect Huntsville, a lot of things to think about. We think about that for you guys as the broadcasters. We make sure the girls don't worry about any about that, and they just focus on the task at hand, and that's taking down Spartans tonight.
I mean, you're exactly right. And you look at District 15 there with where our that first round would be. Now I'm looking at Texas High, Hallsville, and Pine Tree. They're all really similar, and they're all beating each other throughout the year. And there's a huge potential playoff game there and a play-in. And then like in our own district. I mean, you're looking at. I think Kingwood Park is a lot better than their record shows. But at this point, that's what dictates. Seedings, and you look at Dayton and Porter. I mean, all 3 of these teams, you could throw Lufkin in there too. possibly about just all being super even and just kind of a jumbled mess, and that sometimes happens. Thankfully, Huntsville and Lady Hornets have been clear of that for the past few years, but yeah, there's a lot of interesting situations that can come out from today. We'll have to look. We will be keeping our eyes all around East Texas, really, but it's interesting, but that's what also keeps it fun and keeps you guessing and all the different scenarios you can think out in your head. We've probably thought of them too, so it keeps it good, but if it's the same teams over and over again, that gets old. So seeing all the messes and all the different formats that it could take, hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Never know. 4 games we'll keep an eye on tonight. Kingwood Park and Dayton, Lufkin versus Nacogdoches, Pine Tree versus Longview, Texas High versus Mount Pleasant. Those will be the games we'll keep an eye on for you guys tonight. All right, time to dive into our coaches convo and player convo. I spoke with our pregame player of the game, J.J. Duke, after the great outing she had on Tuesday and going into tonight, as well as head coach Morgan Bryan. Time to get into our coaches convo, brought to you by Bill Fick Ford. Welcome back here on the Bill Fick Ford Lady Hornets countdown to first pitch, getting ready for the season finale against the Porter Lady Spartans here in our player and coaches convo. First with senior pitcher J.J. Duke. J.J. coming off a big win on Tuesday night. Just some thoughts from that ball game as y'all made the adjustments late in the game to come away with the win.
Well, we practiced a lot of outside, but we started slow, and then we finally picked it up at the end. We just have to start at the beginning of the game and go all the way through it. That's all we've learned is to go, go, go. Don't let off the brakes.
When you were in the circle and Dayton was able to put up that one run, just how did you readjust to be able to lock back in the circle?
Well, I kind of wasn't. I was like, we'll get it back. It was off of a little bitty error, but we'll pick up on it and we'll get it again.
And now this is, you've talked a lot about this. You guys have talked a lot about this year about revenge. This is a kind of a revenge game for y'all after Porter put the only blemish on your district record. Just your thought process going up against them as it's another outside pitching team.
They did beat us, but they have nothing that's going to scare us. We just have to do what we know how to do and then just win the game.
What has it been like for you just splitting the circle this year with Riley Hammond, being able to give you that extra rest and be able to play some shortstop as well? What does that mean to you?
It means a lot because I really like to play shortstop too, and I know I can't play both, but it also helps my arm in the same time, so just a little rest is needed.
And now a couple last ones for you. Looking at Porter, just some overall keys to the game to be able to pick up a big win before going into the postseason.
Well, the second round of district, they've all started hitting my first pitches, so I have to throw balls now and then just go at them and hope for the best.
And then just what has it meant to you as we stand here on this field in your 1 year getting to play on it, and then just what has the senior year meant to you? It
means a lot because I know that we're going to go far and do what we can.
All right, there you have it, Jay. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And I'll turn it. And now here in our coaches convo with head coach Morgan Bryan. Coach, coming off of a clutch win on Tuesday to clinch a district title, now as you turn the page, what excites you about this last game of the regular season before postseason?
I think building off of that last game is huge. We talked about it in our post game, but the way that they took ownership and the way that they made adjustments in game was really impressive to me as a team, and just the way that I saw my kids kind of grow up and for a lack of better terms, take ownership of what we're doing and what we're doing as a team. And I think that that's huge, especially going into the last game of season, as well as just going into the playoffs.
Having an opportunity to be able to split your pitchers in this ball game against Porter, have both Riley Hammond and J.J. Duke pitch. What is that big? How is that big for you in the grand scheme of things, being able to get both of them off and going before the postseason begins?
Absolutely. Being able to get them both reps in this situation is great because going into postseason, you want to have both of them prepared. Porter always gives us a good run for our money anyways. So we expect for them to hit the ball, and I expect for them to put it in place. So just making my pitchers work, making my defense work, and just making us work offensively. I'm looking forward to everything, but just being able to get Riley some postseason exposure, especially since she hasn't thrown in the postseason for us before. And then, of course, getting Jay some work before we go into the first round.
Talk about all through practice this week hitting the outside pitch because that's what Dayton put at you and that's what Porter's going to put at you. Do you feel like your team's made that right adjustment to be able to go to the opposite field?
We showed it the other day. Jay led off with a right center home run, and then, of course, we went into the sixth inning, and we showed it again. We were able to go through and really dive through that pitch and just adjust and drive it through the right center side. So just looking forward to them making those same adjustments, and then, of course, we love an inside pitch. So if you want to throw it, go ahead, but if you're going to throw it outside, we're going to take it the other way.
And last thing, keys to the game brought to you by Bill Fick Ford. Just how do you put together a clean game of 7 innings to be able to cap off the district slate with a win?
Honestly, just working the same way. We've got to execute in our way, not necessarily play the game of the other team, and I think that's the biggest and most important part. So just executing the game plan at the plate, playing some good defense, and just throwing the ball really well in the circle.
Keys to the game brought to you by Bill Fick Ford. No bull, just good deals. Morgan, thanks for your time.
All right, thank you.
I'm Kobe Lovell, 2020 World Champion header, 7-time NFR qualifier.
I'm Ricky Canton, 15-time NFR qualifier, and currently hold the world's record in the calf rovement.
I'm Cody Johnson. I'm a platinum recording country music artist, cowboy team roper.
And I'm No Bull Bill, and I sell trucks. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Well, at least I sell them to the cool people.
Country music is different than other music genres. Our artists sing about family, friendship, the ups and downs of this old world, and living this life. Country music tells the story of us. 101.7 KSAM is your hometown radio station, playing today's best country and all your favorites. And you can have this hometown connection right there on your smartphone with the all-new KSAM mobile app. It's in your iPhone and Android app store right now. And we also have direct links on our website, ksam1017.com.
At Mid-South Fiber Internet, we understand the importance of quality service.
We don't just work here, we live here too.
Helping our communities any way we can.
Connecting communities one line at a time.
Working around the clock for you.
We are committed to service.
Committed to our communities.
We are committed to you.
Mid-South Fiber Internet. Local, reliable service you can count on. Sign up today at midsouthfiber.com.
Huntsville wakes up to the all-new KSAM Wake Up Morning Show with Brian and Tracy. Get a positive start on your workday with local news, weather and sports, and some inspiration and laughs to warm you like a hot cup of coffee. And now you can join the daily conversation with Brian and Tracy by calling or texting the KSAM listener line at 936-295-4102. Come on, neighbor. The all-new KSAM Wake Up Morning Show with Brian and Tracy on 101.7 KSAM.
Affordable Plumbing Incorporated in Huntsville is a proud supporter of Hornets softball and baseball. Family owned and operated since 2000, Affordable Plumbing serves the plumbing needs of Huntsville, New Waverly, Trinity, and other surrounding areas. The company is backed by years and years of experience and strives to support the community in a courteous and professional manner for all your plumbing needs. Call them at 936-291-7886. Again, that's Affordable Plumbing at 936-291-7886. Sting 'em, Hornets!
Find us on social media on both Facebook and X at KSAM1017. Also be sure to subscribe to the 101.7 KSAM YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything going on with your hometown radio station.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've already had our national anthem here, and we're going to get underway in just a few moments. So we will get you your starting lineups brought to you by Bill Fick Ford. Coming up as we get this ball game underway, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next here from Porter, Texas, is the regular season finale. Huntsville versus Porter. Coming your way next.
Find us on social media on both Facebook and X at KSAM1017. Also be sure to subscribe to the 101.7 KSAM YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything going on with your hometown radio station. This broadcast is copyrighted by KSAM Sports for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any other transitions or accounts of the game without the express written consent of 101.7 KSAM and Huntsville High School Athletics is strictly prohibited. The following is a presentation of KSAM Sports.
On an overcast night, a stone's throw from the fourth largest city in the United States, we're here in Porter, Texas. For tonight's matchup in District 16 5A, this is Huntsville Lady Hornets softball on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, presented by Wiesner of Huntsville. This regular season finale brings us here to Porter as the Huntsville Lady Hornets take on the Porter Lady Spartans. Live from the Wiesner Huntsville broadcast booth, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. With me is my broadcast partner and great friend Luke Scott. Luke in for a good one tonight to wrap up this regular season. The Lady Hornets trying to get revenge after Porter took care of them at their place 3-0, trying to make turnaround as fair play.
That's right, and revenge is on the mind of the Huntsville Lady Hornets, and they're all black, ready for a Porter funeral.
We'll get the rest of the starting lineup for the Lady Hornets for you in just a bit as J.J. Duke will get ready to stride it to the box. Cammie Hayes gets the nod to start here for the Porter Lady Spartans. Want to remind you tonight's broadcast is being presented to you in 2K Quad HD with a 4K Ultra HD enhanced presentation. Closed captioning is also available for our friends that are hearing impaired. As Duke gets ready to dig into the box to start this evening's ball game, it is time for a regular season finale. The playoffs are on the horizon, but one game left to go here tonight in Porter. Glad to have you with us tonight on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports on the KSAM YouTube channel. Cammie Hayes to the circle, Duke to the box. First pitch of the ball game is downstairs for a ball, and that is how things get started this evening in Porter.
Carlos, if you remember from last time against Porter, a lot of coming over the top of the ball and grounding out to that strong side, shortstop and third base. That's Hayes and Avery Evans-Pickens, a couple of gold glovers over there.
You also got that Jordan Franklin over at shortstop. Someone we're going to watch throughout this ball game tonight. One of two commits for Coach Evans-Pickens, and of course the third baseman being the daughter. Duke thought about squaring around, but will take strike one. Cammie Hayes did not get the start in the home matchup. That went to Dakota Newcomb as Duke pops that one foul off the netting. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
We've seen throughout the year, Carlos, Huntsville gets a good start. If Duke can get to second or first, that really propels the offense to get going. Really relying on this first at-bat.
Tying outside. Full count now here between Cammie Hayes and J.J. Duke. Get the rest of the Huntsville starting lineup in just a moment. Huntsville trying to get an early base runner here. Payoff pitch, Cammie Hayes. Duke gives this one a little floater into right center, but camping underneath of it and making the catch shy of the warning track is Layla Brown for out number 1. Rest of the Lady Hornets starting lineup brought to you by Bill Fick Ford looks like this. Eris McHale bats second, playing at third. Katie Von Rosenberg doing the catching. She bats third. The designated player tonight, Emily Zunker, batting cleanup, batting fifth. Callie Klewinski playing at second, batting sixth. Jazz Enriquez playing in left, batting seventh, and doing the shortstop play tonight, Chloe Sanders batting eighth. And playing at first base is Chloe Klewinski, and batting ninth, playing in right field is Riley Hammond. Flex player tonight, Valerie Martin in center field.
So a few changes, but largely the same group out there for now.
Yeah, Riley Hammond gets inserted back into the lineup. She hit 2 bombs in practice yesterday. She's been seeing that slow pitch very, very well because that's what they're going to get out of Cammie Hayes and Dakota Newcomb tonight. Two balls and no strikes on 2-hole hitter Eris McHale. Smokes that one down the right field line, giving chase, though, and making the catch. Out there in right is Lindsey Pruitt for the second out. Porter lines up defensively like this, left to right in the outfield. Trinity Reese, Layla Brown, and Lindsey Pruitt. Around the horn on the infield, Avery Evans-Pickens at third. Jordan Franklin is at short. Cadence Hayes is at second. And Kylie Rose is at first base. And the battery mate for Cammie Hayes is Lana Hendrickson. 2 down in the Huntsville half of the first to Von Rosenberg. Ball's upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch on the way. Von Rosenberg, shot down the line. That ball is fair. Von Rosenberg rounds first, going to second. She'll put the brakes on there. A Mid-South Fiber double with 2 out for Von Rosenberg.
A really nice hit right down the line. A little late on it, but it worked out. Really tough play there at first to make. And got through and just snuck fair. Early runner in scoring position right now is Zunker up the bat. She's been hitting the ball really well.
Had a clutch hit to set up runners at 3rd and 2nd on Tuesday night. Almost pulled the ball out back home in Huntsville on Tuesday. She's been seeing the ball so much better after coming back from that injury. Moving on to Angelina College following her senior year, heading up to Lufkin as Zunker hits that one on the ground, second base side. Play made by Hayes, and the side is retired. 1 left for Huntsville in their half of the first inning. We'll transition out of the bottom of the first. Cadence Hayes, Jordan Franklin, Avery Evans-Pickens will lead things off when we come back on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Why are people driving from all over Texas to Wiesner Hyundai to get a real deal? And Wiesner has been putting those deals together for Texans for 50 years, including the Hyundai Shoppers Assurance Plan and America's Best Warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. Elantras, Sonatas, Santa Fe's, Tucson, Palisades, and more. All in new sparkling facilities. So make the drive to Conroe today and buy for less. 8 minutes from the Woodlands, exit 87B, Wilson Road in Conroe, or WiesnerHyundai.com. Your next vehicle is here.
Through half an inning here in Porter, Texas. No score between Huntsville and Porter on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Alongside Luke Scott, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, to this season of Huntsville Lady Hornet Softball. It's brought to you by our friends at Wiesner of Huntsville, home of the bottom line, as well as Mid-South Fiber Internet. Local company, local people, local service. Well, 1 hit in the inning for the Lady Hornets in the top of the first, and that's the lady that just went behind the plate that had it, Katie Von Rosenberg. Slicing it down the first base line for a double, but that is all Huntsville was able to amass. And now J.J. Duke gets the start tonight. We were curious about that going into this game, knowing that Huntsville's seed and really just playoff start was going to be pretty much set in stone, and they thought maybe for a moment J.J. would get the rest, but no, Morgan Bryan goes to her ace to start the game.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a fluid situation. If Huntsville, blows this one out of the water, early within the first, 3 or 4 innings, I'm sure they might think about going to Hammond. But if you have a chance also to finish it in early innings, I'm sure she'd like with that first. So
shift on here for Huntsville to start off against Cadence Hayes. She slaps the first pitch down the third base line, fair, and it kicks away into the corner. And Hayes will round second, and she has got a double to start the game for Porter. It's a good piece of hitting.
Yeah, right there, and just out of the reach of Harris McHale. And yeah, like you said, took that bad bounce and a lot of spin going left. That's an ideal start here now for Porter.
Ideal indeed. Nobody out, and Jordan Franklin to the plate. Franklin pops the bunt up. That's a big out, number 1 for Huntsville.
Wow, such a good start right there in that first at-bat. And the second one, I feel really wasted there.
Number 22, Avery.
That's a good play by Katie Von Rosenberg behind the plate. For the first out, turns it over to the free swinging Avery Evans-Pickens. Batting .393 on the season so far. First pitch from Duke, it's popped up. Von Rosenberg has a kiss off the net, strike 1. So how about that, Porter attacking early. First pitch swinging is Hayes. First pitch bunting is Franklin, as you would expect, and now first pitch swinging Evans-Pickens.
Well, you got to be aggressive against Duke because she finds herself ahead in the count so well and fights.
Ball just missing downstairs from J.J. Duke. We'll get that defensive alignment for the Lady Hornets in just a moment. you are just tuning in, let us know where you're enjoying this ball game from. Anthony Lozano with an early check-in from California. Thanks for tuning in, Anthony, cheering on Jazz Enriquez tonight. 1-1 on the way. Rise ball misses high. 2 balls, 1 strike. And one of the rare situations for Huntsville where they're playing on dirt and grass. Only other time they do is when they're against Dayton. Everyone else in the district, including themselves, on turf. So a little bit of an adjustment here as Evan Pickens hits that to Sanders. Play will be to first. It pulls Chloe Klawinski off the bag for a moment, but she is able to step on the bag for the out as the throw pulled her just ever so much, but 2 out in the inning as Hayes moves to third.
Yeah, that is an interesting thing you're talking about, that the difference between playing on turf and grass and dirt. You know, there is a difference, but also, you know, a large part of the squad played on dirt and grass for pretty much their entire lives.
Pretty much. So they know how to approach it. 3 years especially for the senior class at Cape Bar Ross.
Oh, but even just growing up and travel ball and all sorts. Growing up and playing in Cape Bar Ross like most of them all did.
0-1 the count. Here on cleanup hitter Kylie Rose. Chance for Porter to get in front early. Duke trying to shut the door. 0-1. Rise ball misses up. Throwback got a little squirrely there from Von Rosenberg. Luckily time was called. Lady Hornets lined up defensively like this. Left to right in the outfield, Jazz Enriquez, Valerie Martin, Riley Hammond. Around the horn on the infield at third, McHale. At short is Chloe Sanders. The Klawinski sisters at second and first, Callie and Chloe. Von Rosenberg, as you see, the battery mate for J.J. Duke. That one a little floater into the glove of Sanders. Need a good throw to beat Rose, and they don't. And it's 1-0 Porter.
Just well-hit ground ball there and just took Sanders all of her might just to even get it. It was a good stop to keep it in the infield and just a little too fast down that line to get.
So 1-0 Porter, now to Cammie Hayes.
If there is one thing, though, that's kind of plagued Huntsville this year, it has been slow starts.
You're at that point of the year where you can't afford any more slow starts. Little floater foul there by Hayes. No balls and 2 strikes. Her grandma tuning in on our broadcast tonight from Dixie, Georgia. Johnette Hayes, thanks for tuning in. Also Catherine Smith tuning in from Sweetwater. Thank you. No balls and 2 strikes, 1 on for Porter. 1-0 Porter. Hayes a little grounder right back to Duke. And she'll double clutch it. Easy does it. Side retired. Porter on the board first here through 1 inning. Huntsville will look to respond with a 5, 6, and 7 coming to the plate when we return on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Lady Hornets 0.
I'm Kobe Lovell, 2020 World Champion header, 7-time NFR qualifier.
I'm Ricky Canton, 15-time NFR qualifier, and currently hold the world's record in decaf roadman.
I'm Cody Johnson. I'm a platinum recording country music artist, cowboy team roper.
And I'm No Bull Bill, and I sell trucks. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Well, at least I sell them to the cool people.
Through 1 inning of play on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. As we go to the top of the 2nd inning, Porter with an early 1-0 lead on the Lady Hornets. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. With me, my good friend and broadcast partner in Luke Scott. Update around District 16 5A. Nacogdoches down early to Lufkin 6-0. And then you look at this game. Oh, we're going to bounce over to 15 real quick. Pine Tree with the 4-2 lead, top second against Longview, but Longview batting right now, so it might be a good ball game out in the Longview area tonight. Keeping an eye on those ball games for you throughout this evening's game. 5, 6, and 7 to the plate for the Lady Hornets. Callie Klawinski to start this frame. This is somebody you'd obviously love to see get going, a 4-year starter for the Lady Hornets. Tries to pull it the opposite way, but fouls it off 0-2. She played third base her freshman year before moving to kind of floating between that second base and first base side. Had to share that role with Alexis Taylor.
And played a little right field as well.
Yeah, she's played a little right field, but since Taylor graduated, she has blossomed in that second base role. 0-2 to Klawinski. It's upstairs. And Porter getting on with an infield single by Kylie Rose. And the 1-2 to Klawinski. Klawinski ropes it into right, down for a hit.
Now, pretty similar there to Von Rosensberg, right down that first base line. Got a little more air under that one. And good for a leadoff single. You'll always take that, especially being down in the count.
They worked on that all day when I was at practice yesterday. Outside hitting, whether it was in the cages, whether it was out.
Just does his job.
Enriquez gets that bunt down. No, it's caught. Just a little popped into the air and stayed up enough for Lana Hendrickson, one away.
Right, that right there is the biggest criticism of that bunt is the possibility of popping it up and being a really easy play for the defense to make.
That's a good job by Hendrickson, just sticking with it. I mean, you could have easily let that one drop and go to an 0-2 count, take the bunt away, but makes a nice play, one down for Chloe Sanders, who will square around again. Instead, pokes it into center, but it's going to hang up. Out there in a straightaway center field for Layla Brown, 2 away.
Number 2, Chloe Klawinski.
Trying to put it right in that little soft spot behind second base and center, just a little too much loft to it. Two out in the inning for Callie's sister, Chloe Klawinski. Pops that one down the right field line in foul territory, but it will drop in, so she'll have some new life. 0-1 the count. Amy Hayes pitching a nice game so far, keeping Huntsville off the scoreboard. The 0-1. Puts that one second base side off of a hop. Hayes. Side retired. Lady Hornets strand another one on base. Stays a 1-0 ball game as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Middle to bottom of the order coming up for Porter when we come back.
Huntsville wakes up to the all-new KSAM Wake Up Morning Show with Brian and Tracy. Get a positive start on your workday with local news, weather and sports, and some inspiration and laughs to warm you like a hot cup of coffee. And now you can join the daily conversation with Brian and Tracy by calling or texting the KSAM listener line at 936-295-4102. Come on, neighbor. The all-new KSAM Wake Up Morning Show with Brian and Tracy on 101.7 KSAM.
Through 1.5 on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Alongside Luke Scott, I'm Carlos Zimmermann, here to remind you this broadcast of Lady Hornet Softball is brought to you by Bill Fick Ford, no bull, just good deals, and by our friends at Affordable Plumbing Incorporated.
Number 8, Lana Hendrickson.
Porter with that 1-0 advantage as we work our way into the bottom of the second inning. It'll be the 6, 7, and 8 to the plate here. Lana Hendrickson to start things off for the Lady Spartans against J.J. Duke. J.J. fires in strike one. And if you are tuning in early here, folks, don't lose Fred. Huntsville, this is a long ball game still to be played, but Huntsville went toe-to-toe with Porter in both games a year ago. Actually, all 3 games a year ago. Remember that tiebreaker game, the tail end of last season as Hendrickson fouls that next pitch off. in what would ultimately decide the district a year ago in that second game. Huntsville found themselves down early to Porter, and you thought you were going to have a repeat of the first matchup a year ago. But Huntsville was able to rally. They've been able to do it before, so a lot of ball games still to be played as Duke delivers ball one.
That was that big game from Home Grant last year.
Yeah. In that tiebreaker game, she was great. She hit the walk-off in 13 innings in that second game as Hendrickson smokes it into left field. Enriquez running in on it, makes the catch. Had a long way to go, but tracks it for the out.
Yeah, tough play and good job. Enriquez calling off both Martin and Sanders.
Scouts it for the first down, and now Lindsey Pruitt. Duke gets the sign from Von Rosenberg, now goes through her motions. First offering, Pruitt, a hot shot over the glove of Klawinski for a hit. Hammond will try the 9-3 putout, but not able to get it. And a one-out base runner here for Porter.
Now batting, left fielder number 7, Trinity Reese.
They'll turn it over 8 in the order, Trinity Reese. And these two teams likely meeting for the last time. Last time in the regular season for sure. Lady Hornets now move into double play depth on the infield with one out in the inning and a 1-0 advantage for the Spartans.
She was on that one, just
tad under it.
Just tad under it.
Oh, 1 on the way. It's a ball and a pickoff attempt at first. Not quite in time, and every time you see that pickoff move to first here at this place, you catch your breath just a little bit. Ultimately, what would do in Huntsville last year when they last came here was an errant pickoff attempt, and that was the only run Porter got. 1-1 on the way. There's a strike.
Yeah.
Got a great delegation here for the Huntsville squad. Porter as well. Always love seeing the folks travel. I mean, that's something Huntsville does well. They travel with the best of them. 1-2, up high. And more folks tuning in. We'll check in a moment here after JJ seeks a strikeout, her first of the night, and she'll get it. Portable Plumbing strikeout, first one of the night for JJ Duke, and it bigger that. 2 down in the inning. Pat Hagerman tuning in from Moroccan Roscoe, Texas, cheering on the Lady Hornets. Justin Kring tuning from back home in Huntsville, as well as Ernie De Los Santos shouting out jazz from her grandparents in Bernie. Ninth in the order, Layla Brown. 2 down in the inning. Brown takes a called strike 1.
It's a great pitch right there, low side corner. Just hugging that outside.
0-1 on the way. Just outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And she went for the same spot there and just missed it.
Just a tad bit higher and then maybe a touch outside. McHale playing the line a little bit closer here on any ball that's hit her direction. 1-1. Brown fouls it off. One ball, 2 strikes. JJ and company trying to work around the 1-out hit. And the 1-2 coming. Brown takes high. You look at Brown on the year, batting .286. She is able to slash the ball well, but she fouls that one off her right leg. the at-bat will roll on. Huntsville again trying to cap off of what has been such a successful season. Entering in tonight 26-4, one of the top teams in 5A. Got some work to do, though, to try and work it back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brown strikes out. She'll just run back to the dugout. Von Rosenberg completes the putout for the second affordable plumbing strikeout. We are through 2 here in Porter. Porter with a 1-0 advantage. Huntsville looks to knot things up and even more in the top of the third when we return on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Hey folks, Clint Mack here with Wiesner Chevrolet in Huntsville. If you've been looking for a great deal, don't look any further than Wiesner Chevy in Huntsville. Come get a crew cab $1,500 truck and take up to $10,000 off the MSRP. We have Chevy Trax as low as $20,995. Do you want to go all electric? We have the all-new Bolt EV, Bolt EUV, and the Chevy Blazer. Do you need a heavy-duty truck? We've got 3/4 tons and 1 tons in stock ready for you to take home now. Some restrictions may apply, so hurry to Wiesner Chevy in Huntsville and take advantage of these great deals and great inventory, or visit us online at WiesnerHuntsville.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. A big ovation here as Riley Hammond comes to the box. Take her first cuts in the lineup in quite some time. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, she was slashing it yesterday in practice. She'll look to do the same here to start this inning off against Cammie Hayes with her team down 1-0. One of 6 seniors on this roster for the Lady Hornets.
Best thing you can do when trying to turn the lineup back over is be patient. 2 straight pitches outside and a little high. Those are easy pitches to want to swing on and staying patient.
2-0 on the way. It's up there again. 3 balls, no strikes. Talk about the patience there.
Working yourself a 3-0 count.
You love nothing more to get on base and put your hottest batter at the plate.
Yeah, forcing her to throw something down the middle.
No, 4-pitch walk. So nobody out base runner for Huntsville, and an opportunity here for J.J. Duke.
It's really encouraging to see with the Lady Hornets. 4 pitches all in the same spot. Usually means she's struggling with just the release just a little bit.
We'll see how she attacks J.J. Duke. Forced to bat against her here. That is 5 straight balls. Hammond gets back just in time ahead of the tag of Kylie Rose. And Cammie Hayes in some early trouble here in the top of the third.
That could have easily been an out there at first base. Hammond getting way too greedy over there. Needs to stay calm.
Stay patient, Jay. You got it right here now.
1-0. There's a strike from Hayes. Jay thought about squaring around. I mean, you never really have had to see her do that all that much.
Also, Carlos, I mean, that was 5 straight balls. Make her throw something down the middle, right?
She goes upstairs, and JJ just pops it up into right. Out there making the catch for Porter.
Now batting, the third baseman
Is Lindsey Pruitt, 1 out.
Harris McHale.
Relax there, she got it here.
JJ chases one upstairs. Probably should have left that one alone instead. 1 out in the inning. Hammond stays at first, now Harris McHale.
Hannah Hendrickson, a really good catcher. Defensively, always stout. Tough to steal on.
And Hammond hasn't taken a lot of opportunities this year in trying to steal bases. Hasn't really had many opportunities to even do so.
Let's go there, she got it here.
1-0 Porter, 1 out here in the top of the third. And the 1-0 on the way. McHale takes strike 1. ball, 1 strike here, McHale. Don't need to do anything fancy, just try to pack these bases. That will not do it as it's popped into shallow right center. Brown makes the basket catch, 2 out.
Now batting, the catcher, number 9, Katie Von Rosenberg.
That'll work it over to Katie Von Rosenberg, who has 1 of the 2 hits the Lady Hornets have so far, and that was a poker down the right field line. Hammond on with the leadoff walk, but Hayes has been able to work 2 flyouts. Hits that one, but right to the glove of Kylie Rose. For the 3rd and final out, an opportunity squandered by Huntsville. Takes us to the bottom of the 3rd. Porter still hanging on to a 1-0 lead. J.J. Duke back to the circle when we come back.
At Mid-South Fiber Internet, we understand the importance of quality service.
We don't just work here, we live here too.
Helping our communities any way we can.
Connecting communities one line at a time.
Working around the clock for you.
We are committed to service.
Committed to our communities.
We are committed to you.
Mid-South Fiber Internet, local, reliable service you can count on. Sign up today at midsouthfiber.com.
Welcome back here to Porter on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Through 2.5, Porter with a 1-0 lead. As we want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, this broadcast on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network is brought to you by our friends at Wiesner Hyundai of Conroe in the Woodlands, where you can buy more for less. Top of the order here for Porter. Peyton Hayes will dig in. If you are just joining us, welcome in on the broadcast. Alongside Luke Scott, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Porter looking for a season sweep of Huntsville, and it's been a long time since someone can say they've done that to the Lady Hornets. But still a lot of time to be played, as that's a little floater on the infield right into the snow cone part of Chloe Sanders' glove. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 5, Jordan Franklin.
Just great hands there from Sanders. Staying aware and being ready for it. And 1 pitch and 1 out, Carlos. She'll take that any day of the week.
Here's Jordan Franklin. Takes ball 1 as that pops out of Von Rosenberg's glove. Get you a score update from our high school softball scoreboard. Pine Tree with a 6-2 lead, bottom 3rd against Longview. Texas High with a 4-3 lead against Mount Pleasant. They're in the bottom of the 3rd as well. As Franklin hits that one right back to Duke. 2 away.
And so if Texas City wins,
Texas
that locks
High.
Texas High. That locks them in
The third baseman,
at the 4
Locks
seed.
them in as the 4. That's all they need, and so that's an upset watch that we're going to keep an eye on. Mount Pleasant, give them some credit. Huntsville's seen them in the playoffs the last 2 years. They very well may not this year because of how well they've been playing this year.
They have always been tricky, too.
We'll take a look around 16-5A in a moment. 2 out in the inning, Avery Evans-Pickens, and she takes strike 1. Dayton and Kingwood Park there in the top of the 2nd, tied at 0. Lufkin all over Knack in the bottom of the 4th, 8-0 there. So Lufkin very much on track for a 2 seed out of the district.
Good for them. They've been working really hard. Improved every year.
Definitely turned this program around after missing the playoffs last year. Lufkin and Knack were the 2 left out of the district last year, so kudos to Ashley Bryant and Lufkin for turning it around this year and being one of the top 2 seeds in the district right there with Huntsville.
And the rankings have given them some love, too.
Absolutely. No balls and 2 strikes here on Avery Evans-Pickens. She gives that one a right into right, but that's also well foul.
Whew. Home run distance right there.
And I did have a little bit of long ball distance to it, and you know, she's definitely well capable of doing it.
There's a few on the year.
Duke ahead, though, in the count, 0-2. 2 out in the inning, the pitch. Floater on the infield for McHale. And the side is retired. 1-2-3 goes Porter in rather quick fashion as we go to the fourth inning. Huntsville hunting runs. See if they can get some when we come back on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
Country music is different than other music genres. Our artists sing about family, friendship, the ups and downs of this old world, and living this life. Country music tells the story of us. 101.7 KSAM is your hometown radio station, playing today's best country and all your favorites. And you can have this hometown connection right there on your smartphone with the all-new KSAM mobile app. It's in your iPhone and Android app store right now. And we also have direct links on our website, KSAM1017.com.
Through three full on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports, here in Porter, just to the northeast of my hometown, Houston, Texas, as we welcome you back inside the Wiesner-Huntsville broadcast booth. Alongside of me is Mr. Luke Scott, the pride of Georgetown, Texas.
Emily Zunker.
As we work our way here into the top of the fourth.
Carlos, what's the real dirty H? Is it Huntsville or Houston?
The dirty H?
Yeah.
I have to give the nod to my hometown. Huntsville's the Rockin' H.
The Rockin' H.
The Rockin' H. Like on the back of these jerseys here for the Lady Hornets. 4, 5, and 6. Emily Zunker lines that one into left center and down for a hit. Emily Zunker, first pitch swinging, and she's on with nobody out. How about this kid? Coming up with some clutch hits, and now can her teammates get her around? I think we'll have a courtesy runner here, though.
Is.
That will be Valerie Martin out of the dugout to run for Zunker. While we have a pause in the action, why don't we tune in with our friends Colin Neal and Christian Cortez. They are in Nacogdoches tonight as the Huntsville Hornet baseball team trying to not sweep the season series, but win the season series against Nacogdoches. And from the looks of it, Luke, as Klowinski lays that bunt down, it's foul.
What you just did.
I'm sorry. They just started.
Wow.
They were a 6:30 start. Unless we were wrong on our counts. On whether it said 6:30 on the website, so I'm not gonna.
All right, let's go, Kelly!
I'm not gonna take any blame for that. But either way, Nacogdoches and Huntsville just got started. Colin Neal and Christian Cortez have the call. There's Klowinski, lays down a great bunt. Evans Pickens bare hands it. Throw to first is in time. Martin with a hard turn at second. Not sure why. Maybe the momentum carried her. But either way, sacrifice successful. Tying run in scoring position now for Jazz Enriquez.
About 400 on the year. She's been really good in this spot so often. A lot of her damage done with runners in scoring position. Here we are once again, another chance.
I think any poke here into the gaps that will plate Martin.
Oh, yeah. Martin's fast enough.
Anything on the infield wouldn't do you any good.
Enriquez has a little giddy up to her, too.
As that one is going to sneak through left for a hit. Martin did not get the best of jumps off a second, but she will hold up at third. Runners at the corners for the Lady Hornets and only one out.
Number 18, Chloe Sanders.
If you're Chloe Sanders right here, you got to be patient and wait for your pitch. We've seen a couple that's hung on Kemi Hayes here.
And that's going to mean a meeting in the circle for this infield here. Again, Martin had to kind of wait until that ball squirted into left. That's just a great job by Jazz Enriquez pulling an outside pitch through the left side. If you're Huntsville right here, this is your best opportunity here to try and get any damage. Valerie Martin's trying to tie her shoe there at third base. You don't have all day. But here we go. Big chance here for Chloe Sanders, who's had her struggles in district play, broke through against Nacogdoches. Can she break through here to tie the game? wisely lays off on ball one. Well, Morgan Bryan said she wants her girls to get dirty tonight, and they're definitely going to. Martin already all dirtied up over there at third base, and she would love to do that more as she would come across to try and score the tying run.
She slid already 2 or 3 times.
Hayes is 1-0. Sanders pops it up, but it's out of play. Again, Martin, the courtesy runner for Emily Zunker. She started the inning off with a single. Enriquez followed up. Klowinski followed up with a sacrifice bunt. Enriquez following up with a single. Chance for the Lady Hornets here to strike. Sanders gives this a ride into right. Chance here for the Lady Hornets. Martin will dig for the plate. She will try to slide in. No, she's out. See if Morgan Bryan's going to argue her case here. She's not. Say she is indeed out on that throw to the plate. Give some credit to Porter there, taking Martin down, and a good play there in right by Lindsay Pruitt. That clears the top of the fourth and ends the threat for Huntsville as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Huntsville will like to keep this a 1-0 game when we come back.
Find us on social media on both Facebook and X at KSAM-1017. Also be sure to subscribe to the 101.7 KSAM YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything going on with your hometown radio station.
Welcome back on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Into the bottom of the fourth we go. Porter avoids the danger in the Huntsville half of the fourth inning. A 9-2 double play turned by Lindsay Pruitt and Lana Hendrickson. To clear the inning and end the Huntsville threat, they had runners at the corners. Unfortunately for Huntsville, they are left empty in that top of the fourth. They'll have a chance to respond in the next inning, but J.J. Duke's got to navigate the middle of the order here. She starts Kylie Rose with a check swing strike. Luke, was I wrong in saying that that was probably the best opportunity?
No, not at all. I mean, it was just so shallow. I just don't know if sending Martin was the right thing to do. I mean, of course, you like being aggressive, but you know there is a fine line between being aggressive and being stupid.
I mean, you got to make Porter make a play, and they did.
Yeah.
So you got to give them credit.
That's right. That's right, and it's a great throw too. I mean, that throw couldn't have been better. And
left side of the plate, runner side, which was well done by Lindsay Pruitt. 0-2 to Rose. See ya.
And Catch did a great job as well. Henderson did a great job there.
The pitcher, number 28, Tammy Hayes.
Another affordable plumbing strikeout in the book for J.J. Duke. She's got 3 on the night now.
Yeah, good thing is, though, it's only a 1-run ball game currently, and
you still got time.
Plenty of ball to be played.
Hayes pops this one up on the infield. No, but actually bounce off the fence here. Don't quite have the best of looks here. We brought the canopy out here tonight, anticipating rain, but as it always does here in Texas, the rain pushed away to the east. That's on the ground to second base. Klowinski to Klowinski connection, 2 away.
Yeah, just a little front that was trying to come through, and
the catcher, number 8.
I don't think it was even a front. I think it was just moisture coming off the Gulf.
Yeah. Well, no, temperatures are dropping here this weekend.
That's right. Looks like it's going to push through tomorrow, in the late afternoon.
More tonight.
Tonight and into the afternoons tomorrow. So get a little bit of a wash here. Luckily, no broadcasts. The ball downstairs here to the catcher, Lana Hendrickson.
Never say no to the rain, though.
Nope. 1-0 on the way. Hendrickson, third base, and it's touched by McHale, so it will be a fair ball. Hendrickson will round first and go to second base. Play over there, not in time. And a 2-out base runner in scoring position for Porter. That one just past the glove of McHale.
That one might have been foul, too.
I think she leaves that alone. That might have squirted foul. Courtesy runner will come on here. Abby Harden will run for Hendrickson. And we'll bring Lindsay Pruitt here to the plate.
McHale kind of having a rough night tonight at third base.
Ball kind of floated over her head to start the game off of the bat of Cadence Hayes, and that one there just off the tip. Runner at second for Porter. Big swing and a miss by Pruitt, who was the front end of that double play that ended the Huntsville threat in the top half of the inning. Oh, 1 on the way. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And don't you know, she has a lot of confidence right now here at the plate off making a great play. So often in football and basketball, defense leading the offense right here.
Tries to there, but comes up empty. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just way behind in that fastball.
The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 4 affordable plumbing strikeouts in the books for J.J. Duke. She gets around the 2-out hit, and that will take us to the top of the 5th inning. Huntsville still finds themselves down 1-0, needing runs when we come back.
Affordable Plumbing Incorporated in Huntsville is a proud supporter of Hornet softball and baseball. Family owned and operated since 2000, Affordable Plumbing serves the plumbing needs of Huntsville, New Waverly, Trinity, and other surrounding areas. The company is backed by years and years of experience and strives to support the community in a courteous and professional manner for all your plumbing needs. Call them at 936-291-7886. Again, that's Affordable Plumbing at 936-291-7886. Sting 'em, Hornets!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. I want to remind you tonight's broadcast is copyrighted for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any of the descriptions or transmissions or accounts of the game without the express written consent of 101.7 KSAM and Huntsville High School Athletics is strictly prohibited. 8-9-1 to the plate here for the Lady Hornets. Chloe Klowinski, Riley Hammond, and J.J. Duke. Up here against Cammie Hayes. Got to get something started here if you're Huntsville. Running out of outs as Klowinski gives that a ride in the center, but Layla Brown on the run makes the leaping catch, 1 away. It's a well-struck ball, but also a nicely fielded ball there in center.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's hard to complain about swinging the bat like that. It just a little earlier, a little later, probably in the gap.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So 1 out for Huntsville here in the top of the 5th inning. Riley Hammond, 9-hole hitter to the plate. Worked the walk her last time against Hayes. She hits that one up the middle. Franklin spinning around, low throw, not picked. And Hammond's on with 1 out for Duke.
And almost a really nice play there. Nearly in the outfield. Yeah. Franklin just, last time against Porter, she was making that throw, and this time
a little low.
A little low and a tough pick.
Went for her inner Francisco Lindor on that play, but comes up empty. 1 out in the inning for J.J. Duke. Comes
almost Correa-like right there.
Indeed. Duke tries to lay down the bunt.
Of course, Seeger would have made that throw.
Oh, yeah, he would have. JJ's got great speed down the line, so I understand making the bunt and making Porter have to make a tough play. She's got an 0-1 count on her now against Cammie Hayes. She has 1 more strike to work with. Takes the ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, every opportunity that Huntsville has to get people on base, you got to find a way to score. Did that in the fourth, wasn't able to. See if Duke can change that here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gives that, right into left. That had home run distance all over it, but she was well out in front.
Way in front of that one. And that ball was probably at her head. Taking a hack at that one.
And I'm reminded of a year ago in the tiebreaker game. She came up in a big spot in a tie game, 3-3. Hit an absolute tank to left field. Against Cammie Hayes, no less. Wisely lays off on ball 2, and that home run that they had in that inning, it changed the trajectory of the ball game as the Lady Hornets were on their way to a 1 seed 1 year ago. They have it now, but obviously would look to end the year on a high note. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Up high, ball 3. Hammond back in time.
It is interesting, though. She's attacking Duke high. You know, when it's high, what do they say? Let it fly.
Full count now here on Duke. Eris McHale waits on deck. Payoff pitch on the way. Duke fights that one down the right field line. That ball is fair. Hammond rounds second on her way to third, and she will be held up there at third base. That's a big Mid-South Fiber double for J.J. Duke. Runners at third and second with 1 out.
That's a great fighting it the other way, and Coach Bryan was going to send Hammond, and Hammond didn't go, and Morgan Bryan just kind of nods to him and said, good call. I mean, that ball was in the infield and still waving. So heads up base running there from Hammond, and a great spot here from McHale, who's been really good. He's been a single machine lately. Something on the ground here.
Pops that one foul, well out of play. And like we said, Hammond's got just a little bit more speed than Valerie Martin does. Anything that's hit deeper than that last one was, will plate her.
I mean, that was almost nearly a pop-up in the infield of that last one.
Got to find a way to get it down more. 1 out in the 0-1. Kale takes down low.
It's a great layoff there. Having off speed down and away. Those are easy to swing on, Carlos. And instead, McHale stays patient. They have to in this situation.
1-1 on the way. McHale pops it up. He's going to stay on the infield here for Cadence Hayes. 2 out.
Now batting, the catcher, number 9, Katie von Rosenberg.
I think McHale was just trying to do a little too much there. And
Von Rosenberg is 1 for 2 tonight, a single to start her game. She hit a sharp line out to Rose. And she is hugging that line as Rose. Von Rosenberg find the gap to put Huntsville tied or in front.
it's a good spot there for Hayes.
Forced Hendrickson to come back over the plate.
Yeah, usually you don't want to throw anything off speed and inside. That's 2 now.
It's 2 on the inner half of the plate because they know what Von Rosenberg's done the last 2 at-bats, going outside and hitting it the opposite way. Oh, 2. Called, strike 3. Strikeout looking of Katie Von Rosenberg, and Huntsville leaves 2 more on base as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Out starting to become a premium here for Huntsville, but they will look to keep this a 1-0 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 5th on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Why are people driving from all over Texas to Wiesner Hyundai to get a real deal? And Wiesner has been putting those deals together for Texans for 50 years, including the Hyundai Shoppers Assurance Plan and America's Best Warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. Elantras, Sonatas, Santa Fe's, Tucson, Palisades, and more. All in new sparkling facilities. So make the drive to Conroe today and buy for less. 8 minutes from the Woodlands, exit 87B, Wilson Road in Conroe, or WiesnerHyundai.com. Your next vehicle is here.
Welcome you back here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports, as we work our way into the bottom of the 5th inning. Huntsville loses another opportunity to cash in the top of the 5th inning. Get runners to 3rd and 2nd. Not able to bring them home. J.J. Duke has been doing a great job here in the latter innings, shutting Porter down. That bottom of the 1st continues to glare large. You think if that spills out any differently, you're tied 0-0, and you're just missing opportunities to take a lead. But Porter's got that advantage early, and like we said throughout this game, they are playing for their playoff lives this evening. A win gets them a little bit closer. They will need some help from Kingwood Park. 8-9-1, Trinity Reese to start the inning. She gives this a little floater on the infield. Easy does it for McHale. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 3, Layla Brown.
I'll bring it over to Layla Brown. Duke's been very efficient across the 3rd and the 4th. Low pitch counts. We talked about the potential of going to Riley Hammond, but you're down 1-0. You got to leave your ace out there. It's not to take anything away from Hammond, but you want the ball in the hand of your best pitcher. Brown fouls off the first pitch, 0-1.
Yeah, especially down in the game. And now, time a little bit more of the essence. Huntsville's been able to attack Porter. Hasn't been able to put a run on the board. That's the thing.
And they haven't attacked at the most opportune time. 4th inning, runners at the corners, 1 out, ended by a double play. Runners at the corners, or runners at 3rd and 2nd, no less, in the 5th, with 1 out. Pop out, strikeout looking. 0-2 to Brown. Floater on the ground, stays foul.
Got to look at that outfield assist from right field there.
That's also looming
in the
large.
top of the 4th.
Another 0-2 from Duke. Brown flights that one into left, but Enriquez plays perfectly, 2 out. Update from Nacogdoches. The Hornets with an early 2-0 lead. Make that 2-1 as Nacogdoches is on the board now with a fielder's choice. Huntsville, of course, fighting. The 2 seed actually still attainable for the baseball team after Tuesday's results. Still going to need some help with Porter defeating Kingwood Park tonight, so we'll keep an eye on that as well for our baseball friends. 2 out, Cadence Hayes. Tries to slap at it, comes up empty. And Huntsville's going to have the 4, 5, and 6 up in the top of the 6th inning. That one's on the fly. Nope, off a bounce from Sanders, and she makes the play. Side retired. Huntsville doing their job on defense. Got to find something on offense. Down 1-0 as we go to the 6th on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
I'm Kobe Lovell, 2020 World Champion hitter, 7-time NFR qualifier.
I'm Ricky Canton, 15-time NFR qualifier, and currently hold the world's record in the calf rovement.
I'm Cody Johnson. I'm a platinum recording country music artist, cowboy team roper.
And I'm No Bull Bill, and I sell trucks. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Well, at least I sell them to the cool people.
Through 5 full on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Kami Hayes back to the circle for Porter. Huntsville down to their final 6 outs of this ball game, down 1-0. And they will go to the 4, 5, and 6. Emily Zunker, Callie Klawinski, and Jazz Enriquez. Alongside Luke Scott, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Our next broadcast will be coming your way sometime next week. We're not quite sure of that yet. So stay tuned to the KSAM Sports Facebook for all the up-to-the-minute information on that first round of the playoffs for the Lady Hornets. We're keeping an eye on Pine Tree and Texas High, the potential 2 teams that Huntsville will meet.
Sometime, somewhere, someplace.
We'll let you know as soon as we know. 1-0 to Emily Zunker. Takes a ball outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Get you another scoreboard update here in just a moment. 2 balls, no strikes. Zunker on the ground, second base side. Hayes off a few hops, 1 away.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 3, Kaylee Lewinsky.
Updates for you. Pine Tree up 8-7 on Longview, top of the 5th. Talk about a grinder of a ball game over there. Mount Pleasant has taken a 6-5 lead on Texas High. Dayton and KP still tied at nothing, bottom 3rd. Lufkin tied in, or rather up 9-0. Sorry to scare you folks for a second. Up 9-0, top 6. 1-0. Callie gives this a little ride into right center field. Brown tracking it 2 away.
Credit Porter, they have not made any mistakes.
Not a single one.
Only the one throwing error, which was really a tough play to make anyways. There it's short, but
again, the thing for Huntsville is you got to find a way to get someone on base across this inning or in the 7th to try and find your way back to the top of the order. And Huntsville's done that in spurts tonight. See how dirty Enriquez is. She's been on base. High chopper, center of the diamond. Franklin needs a good throw. It's not going to be in time. Infield hit, Jazz Enriquez with 2 out.
Tell you what, if Franklin doesn't play that hop, you could easily, probably could have thrown Enriquez out there, but instead of play that extra hop right in front of her, and that's what gave the edge.
Now Chloe Sanders with 2 out. Big strike 1.
It's right down the middle, too.
And Huntsville's put people on base pretty much every inning today. One ball, 1 strike here on Chloe Sanders. Well, Jazz Enriquez did her job. You ensure the top of the order will bat at some point in the rest of this game. One. Sanders takes low, ball 2.
About a shot right here into the left center gap.
With Enriquez speed, you're looking at runners at the corners. Two-one, up high, ball 3. Nice at bat here by Sanders.
Yeah, hitter's count right here, has the green light. I think about sitting Enriquez too on a hit and run situation.
Franklin's the only one playing close to that second base bag as Sanders works a walk. 2 on and 2 out, Chloe Klawinski.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 2, Chloe Lewinsky.
Well, here we are again, another opportunity, tying run in scoring position for the Lady Hornets. Your 8-hole hitter coming to the plate.
It's going to be 3 innings in a row now with Lady Hornets having 2 on base.
Two out in the inning. Strike 1.
I get waiting on the first pitch, but Carlos, when it's just something like that, just throwing across, you got to swing at it.
I know you're worried about maybe popping it up to end the inning, but at least give yourself a shot. You're not giving yourself a chance by letting that bat stay on the shoulder. 1-1 count, 2 away, 2 on for Huntsville, down 1-0. And the 1-1. It's inside, ball 2. It's a gutsy take.
That's a great eye right there, yeah. I think that ball might have been called a strike there when it was Von Rosenberg at bat. And that's right there on that inside corner. And Hayes just trying to paint it perfectly. Squeaked inside just a bit.
2-1 on the way. Lewinsky fights that one in the center, down for a base hit. Enriquez rounds third. She'll dig for the plate. We are tied here in Porter. She's out at third. The run scores. We are tied as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Let's catch our breath. New ball game here in Porter on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Affordable Plumbing Incorporated in Huntsville is a proud supporter of Hornet softball and baseball. Family owned and operated since 2000, Affordable Plumbing serves the plumbing needs of Huntsville, New Waverly, Trinity, and other surrounding areas. The company is backed by years and years of experience and strives to support the community in a courteous and professional manner for all your plumbing needs. Call them at 936-291-7886. Again, that's Affordable Plumbing at 936-291-7886. Sting 'em, Hornets!
Welcome you back here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Carlos Zimmermann here with you. Alongside of me is Luke Scott. We got a new ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me update our scoreboard here for you real quick. It is a tie game as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning here in Porter on a RBI single by Chloe Klawinski. Huntsville lost the inning because of a Chloe Sanders being thrown out going to first to third. But it's a new ball game now. Jordan Franklin takes strike 1.
Gosh, talking about all the experience this team has. And right there, a freshman stepped up in a huge way.
Franklin takes strike 2.
For Chloe Klawinski. Gosh, she was hitting and cleaned up at parts during the lineup, in the front of the lineup at the 2-hole. A large portion of this lineup has batted pretty much everywhere in the order.
Franklin pops it foul. Yeah, you talk about it. That experience that Huntsville has. Look at this alignment. Catcher, senior. Pitcher, senior. Second baseman, senior. Third base, senior.
Yeah.
Right field, a senior. Your DP's a senior, and your freshman delivered.
Yeah, it's a great point.
Now, granted, that's not to take anything away from them, but they haven't been producing tonight. 8th in the order does. Franklin pops it foul.
Most of them actually have produced. Carlos, there's nothing with a runner in position.
Right.
It's always been, a runner at first or no one on, and remember all that with 2 outs as well, Carlos. That was could have easily been an up and down 1, 2, and 3 situation, but instead, Huntsville squeaks a run out.
Now, if you're J.J. Duke, like I said, you're back to 0-0 now. It's a 1-1 game.
And all that ensured the top of the order coming through once again.
Be the 9-1 and 2 up in the 7th. It's Franklin staying alive in this AB.
Hammond's been really good batting today as well. Worked the 4-pitch walk and that single up the middle. That was in, the 4th inning, I believe?
Yes. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Jordan Franklin. Gives this a fly ball in the right, as that one will go well foul. Got the Ric Flair chance busted out here by our JV team behind us. You know what they say? Give me 2 claps on a Ric Flair.
Woo! Say hello to your wife for me.
Another 1-2 on the way. All 2. It's a good job by Franklin here at the plate.
Gotta love the nature boy.
That's right.
More of a Hogan man, though, or a Ric Flair man?
Ric Flair.
Yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes. See ya.
Great battle there from Franklin. Just Duke getting that last strike in. And that's an 8-pitch at bat. Well working. And a good battle there in the 2-hole. Leading off. And now here comes the show with 3 and 4.
Strikeout number 5 there, brought to you by Affordable Plumbing for J.J. Duke. She'll dig in here now. Face Avery Evans-Pickens. Swing and a miss.
Home run swing right there.
J.J. left that one way high. And Evans-Pickens comes up empty.
And you got to think Huntsville has all the momentum right now, and that was a frustration swing, but also get me out of this ball game swing right here.
Popped foul there by Evans-Pickens. No balls, 2 strikes.
If you're Von Rosenberg, you got to let that ball drop and hit Evans-Pickens on the way down just to let her know and give her a little piece of her own medicine right there. Sportsmanship prevails.
0-2 pitch. Popped up again, and that'll get not out of play, stay in play. The at-bat will continue to roll on. JJ's, go ahead.
With this canopy right here, man.
We don't know where the ball's going.
Yeah, we have no idea. We see it going out, but we don't see it coming back at us.
Well, see, the thing is, it's not going to hit us.
No, we're protected. Poor Houston. I don't know about Houston, though.
We thank our good man, Houston Hardcastle, here off to our left. And we love our entire crew here at KSAM Sports. Christian Cortez running the camera and doing commentary tonight. He's a jack of all trades. He's doing the baseball game tonight up in Nacogdoches with Colin.
That's always a good listen to. And those two are on a call. You just always have to find a way to catch them.
One way outside there. 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Avery Evans-Pickens. You talk about Huntsville having this momentum right now. You can't let it slip away. You got to find a way. Shut it down, 1, 2, 3. And you got the 9-1 and 2 coming to the plate where Riley Hammond has been very successful tonight with working a walk and an infield hit. Evans-Pickens pops it up. Callie Klawinski underneath of it, 2 out.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 21.
That's a big out, number 2.
That's 2 really good at-bats here from Porter, coming up empty-handed.
Don't forget, coming up here is the Bill Fick Ford post-game wrap-up. We'll have stats and analysis of tonight's game, as well as a word from head coach Morgan Bryan. And if Huntsville comes away with a win tonight, your player of the ball game. We'll work on that as we chug along in this game as Kylie Rose is now to the plate for Porter. And that's what's coming up on the Bill Fick Ford post-game wrap-up. This regular season finale tonight here in Porter. Huntsville already secured the number 1 seed in their 4th straight district title with a win 4-1 over Dayton on Tuesday. They're looking for all the momentum, trying carrying them to what they hope to be a deep playoff run in 5A. No balls, 1 strike. Rose pops it up foul, out of play, 0-2. That stayed in play. This net's awfully high. Probably a better thing for the fans here in attendance. Oh, 2. Did she go around? She did not.
Good shot, Jay. Good call, Katie.
How about working some at-bats here for Porter? Franklin worked hard to get it out and to try and get on base. Evans-Pickens.
They're just getting down the count 0-2, though, every time. That's the issue.
The 1-2. Outside once again. Monkey see, monkey do. 3 straight at-bats that work it to 2-2.
Kylie Rose pretty tall. You can attack her up.
2-2 pitch. Little floater on the infield. Sanders with the catch. And the side is retired. 1-2-3 goes Porter. We go to the 7th. Tied at 1. Huntsville with the 9-1 and 2. Hammond, Duke, and McHale coming to the plate when we come back.
Huntsville wakes up to the all-new KSAM Wake Up Morning Show with Brian and Tracy. Get a positive start on your workday with local news, weather and sports, and some inspiration and laughs to warm you like a hot cup of coffee. And now you can join the daily conversation with Brian and Tracy by calling or texting the KSAM listener line at 936-295-4102. Come on, neighbor. The all-new KSAM Wake Up Morning Show with Brian and Tracy on 101.7 KSAM.
We welcome you to the top of the 7th inning here in Porter, Texas. Tied at 1 in the last inning. Huntsville shuts down Porter in the bottom of the 6th, 1-2-3. Prior to that, Chloe Klowinski. It's an RBI single to tie this game, and now an opportunity for the Lady Hornets with momentum on their side. Try and jump out in front, and they would only need 3 outs to win it. Riley Hammond digs in 1-for-1.
I don't know if there's another batter you'd want at the bat right now, being really patient so far tonight. Not swinging anything up high or outside, which is where it's been going all night, just like that.
She worked a 4-pitch walk her first time to the plate this evening, and then she got on base on an infield hit, a high chopper. Coupled with a Porter error. 2 balls, no strikes. Hammond fouls that one off.
Made a good cut there, just
tad underneath.
Kind of on the back foot. Kind of leaning back a little bit, trying to juice that one, looked like. Loading up that back leg.
2-1. That's up high. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Hey, that's a great eye there from Hammond. Just picking her pitches well all night so far. Here we are again, working herself into a hitter count.
It's inside, ball 4, and a leadoff walk. Go-ahead run for the Lady Hornets on base. Second walk drawn tonight by 9th in the order, Riley Hammond. I think that was an excellent move to move her back into the order.
Maybe a little frustrated too there. Hammond from last time out, last time on Huntsville ground in the regular season, and not getting a chance to play. Number is called, and here she is performing.
Nobody out, 1 on for Duke. Hayes pitches are inside, 1-0.
High and inside. You know what that means, Carlos.
Judging by the look on JJ's face on that last pitch, probably thought it was inside, but gets the benefit of the call. This Cammie Hayes, 1-1 the count. Duke gives this a ride, high and deep, left center field. This is back, and this game has turned upside down.
Carlos, that was just a pitch, just softballed right there, right down the middle, and you just don't give JJ Duke many of those because she'll put it over the fence, and that's exactly what it was, just looped in there, and just a meatball right there, an absolute meatball, and she took that one all the way.
If you're Porter, I've said this many a time, you're wondering what happened. Absolutely dominating this game from start to finish. As we lose our scoreboard here, we'll get it back in a moment. It is a 3-1 lead for the Lady Hornets on a Mid-South Fiber Internet home run by J.J. Duke. And Harris McHale's going to keep the hit parade going. That's into the gap in left center field. She'll round first and go to second, and she is in with a standing Mid-South Fiber Internet double. still nobody out.
There's 2 pitches in a row that, I mean, just right down the middle and off speed. You just don't give these Lady Hornets that pitch too many times, because at some point it will bite you. And right there it did. And you're right, Carlos, and leadoff walks kill you. When you walk a leadoff batter, and especially in the top of the 7th, man, that just kills you. I mean, you see that on the college ranks, professional ranks, high school, leadoff walks just lead to big innings, and here we are. And not just a 1 run now, but 2 runs coming across. Find a little insurance here for the Lady Hornets. And it's not over yet.
Nobody out. Elena Blanton on as a courtesy runner for Eris McHale at second base. Now Von Rosenberg will dig in. Von Rosenberg, a drive down the left field line. That ball's down. Blanton will take the turnaround third. Ball squirts away in left. Von Rosenberg will hold up at second. And it will be another Mid-South Fiber Internet double. Oh, and the Lady Hornets are pouring it on here in the 7th.
Carlos, that's just the perfect hit. That is the perfect hit you could have in that situation. Down the line, in the corner, all the way to the fence, providing more than enough support in time for your runner to get all the way home.
And you know, I don't know where our resident SID went, Anthony Bryan. He walks away, and then the Lady Hornets explode.
Maybe that's the key.
he would disagree with that, but Zunker will float this one in the left center. Could drop. Now it's going to hang up there for Trinity Reese in left. The first out of the inning for Porter, mercifully. 1 out here in the 7th.
Number 3, Kaylee Klawinski.
Huntsville has now brought 6 to the plate, with Callie Klawinski now digging in. She hits that one well down the right field line. That ball is going to get down and fair. Von Rosenberg, a late start. She'll round for the plate. No throw, 5-1.
Going the opposite way there. Just stays fair. And you talk about them working on opposite field hitting. That's it to perfection. Ric Flair, there it is again.
There it is. Enriquez fouls off the first pitch. Well, you talk about Huntsville getting that momentum there in that top of the 6th inning. It carries over here into the 7th. Don't they have the flair for the dramatic? And Porter's going to be their final hopes and opportunity to try and crack into the postseason. It's going to hang in the balance tonight. So Enriquez pops this one up. And foul ground, Rose sailed on her, but she makes the catch 2 away.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 18.
I'll turn it over to Chloe Sanders. Seventh batter of the inning for the Lady Hornets. And you entered tonight, Porter needed an upset win over Huntsville, and it looked like when we got to the 6th, it was starting to become reality. Their playoff hopes are going to hinge on a Kingwood Park and Dayton matchup. Which I'm going to have to probably check myself. 1-1 to Sanders. It's up high, 2 balls, 1 strike. One on at first, Callie Klawinski, and the 2-1 on the way. It's that one through the left side off of Evans Pickens, another base hit. 2 on and 2 out for Chloe Klawinski.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 2, Chloe Klawinski.
And the hits just keep on coming. It's like Journey in the late 70s and early 80s.
On and on and on and
Pretty
on.
much. You got it.
Hope we don't get copyrighted that right there. I know it sounded just like Steve Perry, but it wasn't.
No, it was not. Lewinsky, a little floater down the right field line, has a chance to get down, but it's foul.
Barely.
All right. We have an update from Dayton. They have gone through 4 full. Dayton's up 3-0 on Kingwood Park.
We got an update from Pine Tree and Texas.
Well, I'll check that one as well. As like I said, Anthony isn't over here to keep us updated, but I will take a look. As Glowinski fouls that one again. No balls and 2 strikes. Pine Tree with a 10-8 lead. They're in the bottom of the 6th against Longview. And then we'll look at Texas High, the Lady Tigers.
They were down earlier.
They were indeed. Well, that one might not be it. Well, hopefully we can get an update on that here in a little while. Oop, may have got it. No balls and 2 strikes here on Chloe Klawinski. Just stayed alive on the foul ball. Mount Pleasant's broken it open on Texas High, so it's looking like the makings right now. There's still a game to be played between Pine Tree and Longview. It's a 10-8 game there, but it's starting to look like that Texas High and Pine Tree are going to have to go down to a play-in game to determine who Huntsville faces.
It was just always going to be that way.
Lewinsky fights that one up the middle. Franklin, easy step on the bag for 1, and the side is retired, but the damage is done here in the top of the 7th inning. Huntsville 4 across to take a 5-1 lead on Porter. Porter's playoff lives hang in the balance as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Their final 3 outs come your way in a few moments on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Hey folks, Clint Mack here with Wiesner Chevrolet in Huntsville. If you've been looking for a great deal, don't look any further than Wiesner Chevy in Huntsville. Come get a crew cab $1,500 truck and take up to $10,000 off the MSRP. We have Chevy Trax as low as $20,995. Do you want to go all electric? We have the all-new Bolt EV, Bolt EUV, and the Chevy Blazer. Do you need a heavy-duty truck? We've got 3/4 tons and 1 tons in stock ready for you to take home now. Some restrictions may apply, so hurry to Wiesner Chevy in Huntsville and take advantage of these great deals and great inventory, or visit us online at WiesnerHuntsville.com.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. There's no Timmy Trumpets because we're on the road. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Huntsville with a 5-1 lead over Porter. 5, 6, and 7 will come to the plate to face J.J. Duke, who's looking for the complete game victory ultimately. It was looking like for a little while she would get knotted with the loss, but Huntsville rallies in the late innings. And now Cammie Hayes, 5 in the order for Porter to the plate. Strike 1.
Now way behind that first one.
Huntsville with this win tonight, if it stays pure, they will improve to 27-4. And 9-1 in District 16 5A. Hayes puts that one into right center. It's down for a hit. They might have a play at first, though, and they do! Oh, the old rare 9-3 put out, one away.
Now batting, the catcher, number 8.
And you don't see that very often.
No, Carlos, there's a reason why we saw that. You know, it was completely the great arm there.
Riley Hammond.
Riley Hammond might be the player of the game.
I got a couple in mind for the Bill Fick Ford post-game wrap-up. Now Lana Hendrickson to the plate.
Should be my vote.
You know, we kind of have a little creative freedom here, so I may bring 3, along with Morgan Bryan. We'll keep it brief as we want to get out of here and head on home. And folks, what a game it's been. Had to wonder for a minute if Huntsville was going to drop this one tonight, even though it didn't really affect them other than morale-wise, but doesn't matter now. 0-2 pitch. Hendrickson to short. Backhanded by Sanders. Throw to first in time. 2 out.
Oh, great play there from Sanders. Making it look easy, but the best, that's what they do. Great stretch there also from Klawinski at first. Ensuring the out. Now 2 outs. No one on. That's how you do it.
Final hope for Porter. Lindsey Pruitt. On the way.
Exciting.
2-1. It's called strike 2. Porter down to their final strike. And of course, Huntsville, they wanted revenge for that 3-0 win back in Huntsville that Porter put on them. The only blemish that they have on their district record. Only their 4th loss of the season. That's a little floater on the infield. Callie Klawinski, you can put that pain away. Huntsville wins it 5-1. That's your final. Huntsville winners over the Porter Lady Spartans 4. Another big win. They win it 5-1. Unbelievable game tonight for the Lady Hornets. We'll have the Bill Fick Ford post-game wrap-up come your way here in just a few short moments. We will talk to head coach Morgan Bryan as well as your 3 players of the game. Find out who they are when we come back on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
I'm Kobe Lovell, 2020 World Champion header, 7-time NFR qualifier.
I'm Ricky Canton, 15-time NFR qualifier, and currently hold the world's record in the cap rovement.
I'm Cody Johnson. I'm a platinum recording country music artist, cowboy team roper.
And I'm No Bull Bill, and I sell trucks. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Well, at least I sell them to the cool people.
Country music is different than other music genres. Our artists sing about family, friendship, the ups and downs of this old world, and living this life. Country music tells the story of us. 101.7 KSAM is your hometown radio station. Playing today's best country and all your favorites. And you can have this hometown connection right there on your smartphone with the all-new KSAM mobile app. It's in your iPhone and Android app store right now. And we also have direct links on our website, ksam1017.com.
At Mid-South Fiber Internet, we understand the importance of quality service.
We don't just work here, we live here too.
Helping our communities any way we can.
Connecting communities one line at a time.
Working around the clock for you.
We are committed to service.
Committed to our communities.
We are committed to you.
Mid-South Fiber Internet, local, reliable service you can count on. Sign up today at midsouthfiber.com.
Huntsville wakes up to the all-new KSAM Wake Up Morning Show with Brian and Tracy. Get a positive start on your workday with local news, weather and sports, and some inspiration and laughs to warm you like a hot cup of coffee. And now you can join the daily conversation with Brian and Tracy by calling or texting the KSAM listener line at 936-295-4102. Come on, neighbor. The all-new KSAM Wake Up Morning Show with Brian and Tracy on 101.7 KSAM.
Affordable Plumbing Incorporated in Huntsville is a proud supporter of Hornets softball and baseball. Family owned and operated since 2000, Affordable Plumbing serves the plumbing needs of Huntsville, New Waverly, Trinity, and other surrounding areas. The company is backed by years and years of experience and strives to support the community in a courteous and professional manner for all your plumbing needs. Call them at 936-291-7886. Again, that's Affordable Plumbing at 936-291-7886. Sting 'em, Hornets!
Find us on social media on both Facebook and X at KSAM-1017. Also be sure to subscribe to the 101.7 KSAM YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything going on with your hometown radio station.
get my life right. Okay, sorry.
We welcome you back here on the Bill Fick Ford postgame wrap-up. Final tonight, 5-1. Huntsville victorious over Porter to cap off this incredible regular season that the Lady Hornets have had. We have first our winning head coach, Morgan Bryan. Coach, I mean, what else can you say? I mean, you guys have a thrill for the late game heroics. You had that on Tuesday against Dayton.
Thrill.
You did that again today. 1 run in the 6th by your freshman, and then explode for 4 runs in the 7th. Just your thoughts on the game?
Absolutely, they did awesome. You know, Clover came in clutch. We call her Clover, but she is Chloe. Okay, and she's done an awesome job all year long. But she really came in clutch, and we talked about it before she stepped in the box. And she was confident. She executed really well, and she just started to rally for us, and that was awesome. Being a freshman, stepping up in that situation, it's just a huge sign of leadership for her coming into the next couple seasons, and of course going into playoffs. It just shows you how much she wants it and how much she's bought into what we're doing. Being a sister of the program, I think that's kind of been pushed into her a little bit too, but I think she wants it in her own way. And I've always said that her and Callie are 2 different kiddos, but you know, at the same time, they're coming up clutch for us in situations. So the sisters are showing up big this year.
I mean, just what did you tell the girls there in the latter innings whenever Porter just kept getting the outs that they needed to be able to end your threats? Just what did you tell them in those huddles?
We just have to adjust. We didn't adjust there for a little while. We threw up too many goose eggs, so, you know, the poles came out again. We love running poles. But we talked about adjustments and being conscious of those adjustments at the plate and really focusing on driving through the pitch. And I think it paid off in the long run. That 6th inning was huge, and then, of course, the 7th inning coming back again. We did our jobs, and that's what matters.
Now, Coach, you transition into the postseason. Opponent to be determined. It looks like it's going to be a play-in game for Texas High and Pine Tree to see who your opponent will be.
You know more than me right now.
Well, regardless of that, your thoughts going into the playoffs for a 4th straight year?
You know, playoffs is exactly that. You're going to play some great teams every single week, and you've got to be ready for each team and each opponent because they don't care who you are. They don't care what you've done. And I tell the girls that all the time. We start off 0-0 again. Our record doesn't matter. Nobody cares what we've done in the past. It's about what we can do right now. So we got to show up. We got to get ready this next week, and we got to come out prepared. And, again, that big word, adjust.
All right, there you have it. Morgan, you want to give anyone a big shout-out before I turn it over to your players?
Yeah, absolutely. My mom, my dad, my sisters. Jonah, I am so glad that you're home, and I love you guys so much. Jerry and Caleb and all the kiddos listening, and then, of course, my mom and dad, even when they travel, they listen in and they watch. So thank you guys always for supporting us. And then Josh is here, but he got on to me last time, and him and Linda and the family watch too. So I love you guys. Even though you're extended family, I still love you just like the same. So
Morgan, thanks for your time. Congratulations on the win.
All right, thank you.
All right, I'm going to do something different here. I'm going to have both Klewinskis come over here real quick. One, who wants the headset? Who wants the headset? Okay, I'll give it to you. You're the young one. Callie's done this for 4 years. If you want to walk over there and grab the crowd mic for me, as we bring you guys both here on camera. Hey, come on, Rube. Come on. Let's get all 3 in there. You can share the mic here. Chloe, I want to start with you. Down 1-0, big spot. You come up there with a clutch hit to tie this ball game up. How were you feeling as you ran down the baselines?
I was excited. I finally hit the ball, good. So I was like, got to run fast.
Absolutely, and you did just that. I mean, talk about what you were feeling as a freshman there in that big spot when you stepped up to the plate to be able to just do your job.
I knew I had to step up, so I saw ball and hit ball.
There you go. That's all you can ask for. And now you get to experience a playoff run for the first time in your career. Just what excites you about that as you guys get ready to move on into hopefully another big postseason run?
I'm excited to make more memories with my sister and the whole team.
Absolutely. Now I'll move over here to your sister, Callie. Callie, no, you can keep that tonight. You can hang around here. I'm going to get all your shout-outs here at the end because we got to go. Callie, you came up with some big hits tonight for the Lady Hornets. I think you had 2 big ones on the night, if I'm not mistaken. Just how did you feel going to the plate and being able to just step up big, knowing how much experience you already have?
Well, this whole season I've struggled with outside. So the past week, 2 weeks, really all season, I've really worked on seeing the outside, hitting the outside solid. I was standing out there a second and I was like, I'm about to lead off. I got to do something big. I was like, I feel it coming. And then it's my time and I hit it.
And that's all you can ask for. And talk about, we've talked a lot about you getting to play with your sister and being able to share in this experience with her and be a leader on that right side of the infield, because really this is a changing of the guard kind of year. You're going to pass that mantle over to your sister once this year wraps up. Just what has that meant to you?
Oh, it's meant a lot. It's more than I could have ever asked for, being with her. Even if it wasn't her at first, I would still love it over there. With Riley behind me, I know that we can get it done. Anything on the right side, we got it.
Absolutely. Now, Riley, I'll ask you this. I know it was tough on Tuesday not being able to get into the lineup, but you get the opportunity tonight, And sometimes hits don't show up big on the stat sheet. You had one on the infield tonight, but you worked 2 incredible walks, and that's what started that top of the 7th inning to be able to set up your teammate JJ for the long ball. Just how did you feel about this ball game tonight?
Honestly, I was just really excited. I was just really ready. I came out here just ready to just prove everybody wrong. Obviously, I've really been struggling to get into the lineup, and that's something that's really just motivated me to work harder and just
do what you got to do.
Yeah, do what I got to do.
All right, I'll roll through again. Chloe, exciting times next week when you go into the postseason. Your opponent is still to be determined so far. Whoever it is, what's your plan of attack in that first round?
We're going to kick butt.
That's all you can ask for. Riley, what about you?
Yeah, we're going to kick butt and take names.
That's all you can ask for. Callie?
I think we're just going to go out, play our game, and, good luck to whoever we're playing, because
you got it coming.
Yeah.
Here come the Lady Hornets. Chloe, before I let you go, anybody you want to give a shout-out to?
Jesus, my mom for washing my clothes, and my family.
Riley?
Obviously my family and all my teammates just having my back.
Callie?
My parents, they do a lot behind the scenes that only really I know about. Everybody, but really me. But I just want to thank my teammates and everybody for really believing in me and my team.
Absolutely. Ladies, congratulations on the big win. You're 26-4, or actually rather 27-4 now on the regular season. One of the best years for the Lady Hornets in recent history. Congrats on the win. Go celebrate with your teammates. I know y'all want to get home, but we'll see you guys next week wherever we will be.
Thank you.
See ya.
Peace out.
All right. You can give me, yeah, you can put it back there. That's fine. Thank you, ladies. Riley Hammond, Chloe Glowinski, and Callie Klawinski, our players of the ball game tonight. All right, Luke, we're going to zip on out of here right now, but I'll bring you back here inside the Wiesner Huntsville broadcast booth. We don't really have an upcoming schedule brought to you by Wiesner Hyundai of Conroe because we don't know who we're going to play just yet. What we do know is this: on the 16-5A side of things, Porter with the loss tonight has been eliminated. So I do want to say this. Our heart goes out to them. They fight hard every single season. You saw what they did a year ago. You saw what they did tonight here against the top team in the district. So big congratulations to Porter on such a successful season, and you hate that for the seniors as well that have played their last game here.
Yeah, that's right, and this is also the only team that got us in the regular season, so there is a little bit of quality there, and year in and year out, Porter is always a really tough outing for Huntsville. Just this time, it was really just one hitting that really got them, and it all starts with that leadoff walk, then a home run. And then just base hit, which nickel and dimed them to death really there. So, tough for the seniors here, but someone's got to lose. Better than us.
Absolutely. And then Kingwood Park and Dayton, they are still in action, but at last check, Dayton had a 3-0 lead into the 6th. So it's looking like Dayton and Kingwood Park are going to go into a playoff game for who's going to be the 3 seed, the 4 seed out of this district. When you know how potent this district is, Lufkin has surprised many of us this year. Credit to them. But Kingwood Park and Dayton, they're going to probably have to meet each other one more time before this is all said and done.
Both of which have their horses. Both teams can really hit the ball, and we know both teams have pretty darn good pitchers too. So, yeah, it's a tough spot for them going back-to-back like that. So we'll see. Dayton's always a really good game or a good team, and they had that playoff magic last year. I'm sure they're trying to get the same thing this year. And
absolutely,
Kingwood Park, top 25 team perennially, pretty much every year in the region and 5A. They're always a good team, and it'll be interesting to see if they flip for home and who's at home, or if they go neutral. It'll be interesting to see there. Both teams so close to each other as well. So. Yeah, we'll see, but exciting times for the district and for the playoffs here now coming up next for us.
And now you look at the other side at 15-5A. Like we said, Texas High and Pine Tree, they will have to play a play-in game to decide who Huntsville's opponent will be next week. We already have an idea of where they potentially could be, but we can't divulge anything just yet. So stay tuned to the KSAM Sports Facebook early next week as the playoff information does become available for that first-round matchup in the Bi District for the Lady Hornets. Either way, what's on tap for Huntsville? Got to be able to start off the playoffs right against some really good teams out of 15-5A, whoever they may be. So we will wait and see what happens there. Luke, final thoughts before we sign off?
Man, another really fun district season. My third, your fourth for this team, and just always really fun outing to watch these girls play and to be able to be a part broadcasting it. And, I just want to, thank you, Carlos, for, 3 really fun seasons. My time is here coming to an end pretty soon.
Absolutely.
And yours could be too with Huntsville Softball. So we'll see. But and it ain't over yet.
No.
So we're far from things over. And also just want to appreciate all the coaches that we've been with here with Huntsville softball, Morgan. Just everyone.
Absolutely.
Been so helpful to us.
Absolutely have been. And also the opposing coaches have always been so kind to us.
Yeah.
I've never had a bad experience on the road in this district.
We are very lucky in our district to have these quality coaches that are so kind to us, broadcasting. And anytime we ask them for anything, whether it's just chairs or stats or anything, more than likely they're always helping us out, if not every time. So
always gracious.
Oh yeah.
Always gracious. So we thank Porter for their help in getting us started here tonight. But that'll do it for us. We got to get on the road back to Huntsville. A little short 45-minute drive back home. As soon as we sign off here, you can flip over to baseball. Huntsville and Nacogdoches up in NAC tonight. Colin Neal and Christian Cortez have the call for that ball game. So we'll pass it on to them as this is our final regular season Huntsville Hornet Diamond doubleheader. But the playoffs are next. Where will they be? We don't know. Who will it be? We don't know. But we'll for sure let you know coming up later this week. But one thing is for certain, the Huntsville Lady Hornets are a formidable foe, and it's going to be hard to beat them as we roll into the 5A playoffs in 2024. For my broadcast partner, Luke Scott, our camera operator, Houston Hardcastle, and the entire Hornet Nation Broadcast Network crew, my name is Carlos Zimmermann. Thanks for joining us once again tonight. Your final Huntsville winners over Porter 5-1 here in the season finale. As always, friends, have a great rest of your Friday evening. Enjoy your weekend, folks. And as always, have a pleasant tomorrow. And on the count of three, my friend, 1, 2, 3, Sting 'em Hornets. Good night, God bless, and so long from Northeast Houston here in Porter.